Alright. Wait, are you? My vision is so bad.
So is mine.
Yeah, remember that. So, as you guys might have guessed, this is the real YouTube GKHA official channel. And I'm Chris, this is Colin, and before we get into exactly what this is, allow us to introduce ourselves. So, I'm Chris, I'm a co-founder of the GKHA. I was one of the original members. I've been doing this for 7 seasons. I was originally a goalie when we started in this league, but I'm now a forward ever since season 2, ever since I was teammates with this big guy. To go off of that, I'm a regular season scoring title winner. I'm a 2-time finals winner, even though I've been in the finals 4 times. And I'm the commissioner of the league, and I take upon that the responsibility to see that the league runs efficiently and that everyone does their part and that we have the most successful seasons we can. But also more than that, I'm also a stud forward, but we'll get into that later.
Alright, so my name is Colin. A lot of people know me as Gugas or Gugas12 on YouTube. I have been in the league for 7 years. I am a league sponsor, my YouTube channel. I am a Gamma Labs addict. I have 2 finals appearances and 2 finals championships. I have a goalie of the year title. I have 2 goalie of the year titles. And I have a coach of the year title from season 3.
What a year that was, too.
It was a great year for the league.
And you guys are going to know about that soon. But before we get into the history of everything, I kind of want to explain to you guys what exactly this is, now that you know who we are. Now, some of you do know who we are because you're our friends. You play in the league, you see our faces pretty much every week. But I really hope that outside of that, we can grow this channel to include people who don't know who we are, who maybe don't know what mini hockey or knee hockey really is. And so I want to say that what this channel is it's going to be where me and Colin sometimes, and then the other sometimes, if you will be with a special guest, and we're going to be discussing the league that we love, the Gugas Knee Hockey Association, or the GKHA, as we'll refer to it, which is an important statement, remember. It's the GKHA. And I want to say that we're going to talk about hot-button topics and then also some special interests, like when the draft is coming up, the pre-draft and the post-draft. With the finals a mere 2 or 3 weeks away, we'll be talking about who's the outset to win it, who's the favorite, and then also what the results are like. Did the team who won the championship, was it really the best team? So there's going to be specials like that where we're also going to upload some game footage. We'll upload real in-person things like this. Traditionally, this is not going to be our set. It's going to be a Skype call recording where you're going to see our faces and sometimes you're going to see a third face of a guest who you guys are going to see on our next show on Monday. So now that you kind of have a better idea of what this is, I'm just going to reiterate, it's pretty much just a podcast, but you're going to see our faces and some pictures to go along with everything. And we're just going to be talking about the league we love. And kind of with that, Colin, I guess you can explain, what is this league that we love?
This is the GKHA, as Chris stated.
Hell yeah.
This is a knee hockey league. It originated on our knees back in the original 4 days, but then it had converted to playing on our feet. So
for forwards only.
Yes, forwards only. Goalies play on their knees or their butt, depending on style.
Depending on butterfly or hybrid, really.
Yeah, and the league just kind of flourished over the years. It started off with the original 4, and then season 1 brought the original 8, and then from there we kind of grew and expanded, and the league's taken different forms over the years.
It really has, and kind of going off those different forms, I'm going to try to give you the history of the GKHA, which is about 3.5 years of stories and dates and winners, in hopefully 5 minutes. I don't want to keep you guys too long here, but let me just try to explain to you all the history, so for you who are brand new, you're caught up.
Whole lot of history in the past 3 years of testosterone-filled, sweaty basement knee hockey play.
There is a lot, and I guess the only way to start is from the beginning. There was the original 4, which was me, my friend Mike, Tommy, and my brother Mikey. We played on a wood floor on my upstairs until eventually another league member, Andy, suggested that we should try to grow the league into just 4 people to real teams of 4 teams of 2 each, of a league of 8, thus forming the original 8 and season 1. Season 1 went really well, very simple. Everyone played everybody once. We had a winner, and it went well. Like, it was a really simple thing. And then season 2 came along, and it was the same thing. It was the same kids, same team, same structure, and we wound up bailing on the season after season 2 because it just wasn't as exciting anymore. No one really liked it as much because it wasn't different. So we sat down, all the people who kind of were the forefront of the league, especially the original people, and we discussed, what can we do to make it great again, really, to quote our current president, if you will. How do we make the GKHA great again? And we decided expansion. Rapid expansion. Let's add more teams. Let's add more people. Let's add coaches. Let's rate our players to make different teams. Introducing things like cap scores and such, which you'll hear people referring to as the 10, which literally means the 10 out of 10, which is the best at a position. So Season 3 was born, and it went well. There was stars that were born that we didn't even think of. One of the players you heard us talk about, Austin, was a perennial powerhouse out of nowhere, came into the playoffs, and tore the league up by storm. And then you move from Season 3 to Season 4. How do you follow up expansion? More expansion. We added another team. We added more players in the league. There was over 20 kids in the basement at a time. That's a lot of boys sweating in a small, confined area at once.
We play until the walls sweat.
We play until the walls are gone. But Season 4 had a glitch. In between Season 4, my basement flooded. We think my mom did it on purpose as a conspiracy?
Yeah, GKHA conspiracy.
Highly likely, I will say.
I would say so. Not fond of the league. Not fond of the league.
We'll make an episode about the great Kristen conspiracy theory one day. But essentially what happened was we had to stop for a long time, probably over 4 or 5 months, maybe even half a year. But what eventually wound up happening was that we finished it with no carpet, and we played on a makeshift rink, but it didn't stop us. We played all of Season 4 like that, and then most of Season 5 like that as well. Season 5 was played with 5 teams, actually. There was a de-expansion after this long break between Season 3 and Season 4, and then in between Season 4. So there was really a call for we can't get the same amount of attraction, same amount of people. Some people had fallen out of interest since being away from the league for so long. So Season 5, we saw a reduction, and it was a good season. It was fun, but it wasn't the same. It kind of felt like we all felt after Season 2, specifically for me. I didn't feel the same spark I really had about knee hockey, and we all went off to college after that. And then probably over, and again, a 6-7 month period went by until we finally decided to try Season 6. And it didn't work the first time, but we tried it a second time, mind you. And Season 6 did work the second time. And we had a simple 4-team structure the same way. We went right back to our roots, and it worked. And for me personally, I fell back in love with it again. And I realized why I care so much about this association. So, after Season 6, we decided, hey, if you can't learn from history, you're doomed to repeat yourself. So we expanded, but we expanded smart. We added people who were already in the league who we knew were committed and we knew were good. We added more people while keeping the talent margin still high. And it worked. The Season 6 was one of our best seasons in terms of competition. I'm sorry, I misspoke there. Season 7 was one of our best seasons in competition. And I have to say, through the playoffs that we're currently in now, it's been amazing. We had both of our series go the full 3 games. The play-in game was an absolute shocker. Everything was great. And now here we are set 3 weeks away from the finals where we'll be covering live since me and Colin both aren't in them. And I have to say, at the end of the day, when Season 7 ends, you're going to be seeing a lot more, not expansion, but great knee hockey play coming your way. Because we believe we have this thing figured out now, and we know how to bring not only ourselves the best, but now other viewers the best. And so with that, you're caught up. There it is, 3.5 years of history all summed up for you in a nice bow and whatnot. So I guess after all of that, I want to say, first of all, thank you for clicking on this. If it doesn't interest you, hopefully future episodes will. There's a couple footage that you can see if you go on our Twitter, which is GKHA Official, and our Instagram, which is GKHA Official. You can see kind of clips of what we're about, what it's really like. And I think it would help give you a better idea of what this league really is. I'll leave a link in the description, and also on our channel, they're linked in the top right-hand corner.
Also, if we happen to be having an event, at the times that you find this channel, the Snapchat will be live Snapchats throughout.
Oh, yeah. And and now, especially with the more people we've added, and we've actually had some old friends come back, there's going to be a lot of live footage of the games, which you'll see in a video made by our friend Austin. If you go to his YouTube channel, which is Austin Angara, there's a link of a Season 7 montage. You can get a really good look at what the league looks like, what our basement looks like.
I'm sure we can leave a link in the description of this video.
Yeah, great idea. We'll leave a link in the description for this, and so you can kind of check out what it's all about. And I guess after all that, I want to say thank you for listening to me. I'm Chris. This is Colin. And at the end of the day, we're just 2 kids who love playing knee hockey, and there's way more of us than just the 2. And you're going to see in the guests we have on, especially in the next 2 weeks, 2 kids who love this sport so fucking much. And I really hope that we can bring the passion that we have for this to some of you guys at home. I know I've said it before, and I really mean it. Like, I love this sport so much, and I really hope that you guys can find love in it too.